Hot take, your strategy works fine. You don't. I lost $40,000 before I figured that out. There's 3 reasons why traders fail even with a good strategy. 1. Strategies work in a vacuum. The market changes, you don't adapt, and you pay the price. Reason 2. You were skipping your own rules. The setup was almost there. Almost doesn't count in trading. You broke the system, then blame the system and whoever your mentor was. Reason 3. Your playbook has to evolve. Your strategy is a hammer, and hammers are really good at one thing. But what happens when that one thing changes? You need a toolbox. A real trading system is a toolbox, one that has rules and adapts when the market shifts. Most traders will never figure this out, but lucky for you, today you will. By the end of this video, you will have a systematic framework to approach every trade, a system which adapts to any market because your portfolio is fixable. So let's use the toolbox to fix it. This is the real reason your trading strategy will never work. So let's talk about my trading strategy. I trade something called the LE model, but the LE model is a system, not a strategy. So let's look at our reason that strategies only work in a vacuum. So my strategy is as I'm going to short the pre-market low retest. This is the pre-market low retest. What I would do is I would come in here and I would buy puts and hopefully this thing goes down. You can see it went down a little bit, but then again, we're in a vacuum. We're not accounting for other factors in the market and market conditions. And what happens? Sure enough, you get an absolute God candle right through your stop loss. The strategy, yes, it worked in theory, but something changed. This is an all too common problem where traders, they super focus on just one thing. Okay, so they just focus that circle. They're like, yo, Ellie, it's below the pre-market low. You know, I know how retest works, so I'm going to take it. But then they don't have a stop loss in and they get a candle like this that absolutely rips through their stop, especially if this is a 0 day. If you're taking circle puts on a Friday, okay, well, this case was a Thursday, you are going to lose a lot of money off a candle like this. You're talking a 70% loss. And what does that do to the mindset? What that does to the mindset is you think the strategy doesn't work, but you are not accounting for that this is a system. So let's go into it a little bit deeper so you can understand why you actually don't take this per the system. The market changes. You have to understand that the market has 3 cycles. It's trending, it chops, or it's bearish. It's 3 different cycles. The same toolbox, the same strategy you used all the way from, it would be 2023, okay? So 2023 to 2025 will not work in the choppy condition. It will not work because it's chop. What'll happen is you'll see a flag, it'll pop a little bit, and then come back down. That will not work in choppy conditions. The same way is a bull flag on a bearish daily chart will not work because all the pressure is to the downside versus in the recent bull market we had, all the pressure is to the upside. You need to change. You need to understand that the market changes. Strategies are built for specific environments. You can buy all the previous day high and pre-market high retest you want and make infinite money in 23 to 25. But when things change, when they go from choppy to bearish, you need a toolbox that has multiple different setups that you can take depending on the market conditions. But here's the thing. The moment things get hard, you skip the rules. What happens when you skip the rules is that your brain just being a caveman, okay? It wants to survive. So what do? You move your stop loss. You say, hey, this was my previous stop loss, but I'm just going to move it up to the high a day because you're so certain that this stock is going to go to the lows. You are absolutely convinced, even though the system says to get out, you continue to hold because your brain wants to feel right. The pain of losing money is a lot more than any of the good feeling you have of making money. Your brain is trying to protect you. So when you move your stop loss, your brain tells you, oh, see, there's still a chance it can go to the lows, and you feel immediately better. That is cope. Now, what's the next rule? Let's say that you have a pretty high conviction that the recent events that happen in the market are going to end. This candle right here is actually that, okay? Our president said something that the war might end. So what do? You size up. You are so confident the war is over. The bottom is in. So you enter right here. Only for the stock, the next 3 candles to roll over back to the lows. And the problem is say your regular trade size is $100. Now we'll do 1K, but you were so confident because you know politics, blah, 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 blah. You take 10K. Well, now on this washout, instead of losing your regular, $200, well, now you're down 2,000. And that's a huge hit to the portfolio. You're sizing too high because you think something is certain. Nothing is certain in a stock market. All we can do is follow the system. In this case, we are below the pre-market high, we would not take this trade. Systematic, always, never your feelings. Next, you enter early out of FOMO. You missed this downside move and you're like, hey, this news is so bad that we are likely going to continue crashing to the lows. I gotta get in. And what do? You buy the lows, and sure enough, the next candle is a hammer candle and it floats all the way back up to 80 MA just to reject and go lower later. This is entering out of FOMO. You're not entering systematically. Are you entering off a level or an EMA? The answer is no. Low a day is not a level. Low a day is where you take profits. So what's happening is traders are coming in here, they're shorting it, they're taking profits, and they're selling you their contracts at the lows, and then you get rinsed out on any sort of bounce. You need to stop skipping the rules. Number 3, the playbook changes with the market. Every trader has a playbook. I have playbooks. I have reversal playbooks, top ticks, bottom ticks, and my regular, tuck and roll type setups. But the thing is this changes with the market. What worked in 2020, what worked in 2021, what worked in 2022, 23, 24, 25, you get the idea, changes based off the market. Now you might say, yo, Ellie, I'm a new trader. I wasn't around for those times. The easiest way to adapt your system or your playbook is to look at the daily chart. This is a 10-minute flag. If you are in a vacuum, or if you just trade a retest strategy, not a system, what you would do is you would come in, you'd buy this previous day high, and then you get a pop. Right? That's great. I'm glad you made 15%. But what happens is if you are not hyper fast, or you have a job, get called into a meeting, and this thing rinses out to the lows, and you do not have a stop loss in place, you now lost 55%. However, if you were looking at this not in a vacuum and zoomed out, look at the daily chart, you would see, hey, we have been selling off for a couple days. That means that every single pop will get sold. In theory, this should have worked, right? In a vacuum. But 10-minute flags will not work when the daily chart is bearish. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work. You need to adapt your playbook. This is the systematic framework I use before I take every single trade. Feel free to screenshot this and add it to your notes, and this will save you a ton of frustration. You want to ask yourself 3 questions before every trade. Not just one trade, every single trade. What is the market doing right now? Not what it did yesterday, not what it did 3 years ago, not what it did in 2020. No, right now, while you are sitting there staring at the screens. Is it bullish, bearish, or chop? If it's bullish, we're going to find stocks that are also bullish. Okay, if the markets are ripping, I do not care if Tesla is down 0.01%. That is how you get chopped up. No, you want to find the names that are leading the market. If the market is bearish, we do not care if Tesla is up 0.1%. It means nothing. We're not going to play Tesla. We're going to trade, let's say, Nvidia, okay, because Nvidia is super weak. Some news came out overnight. We're going to short that thing because think of it as friction, right? If the market's bullish, it's going to be a lot easier to take a name long. If the market is bearish, it's going to be a lot harder to take a name long because everything is working against it. There's too much friction. And lastly, if the market is chopping, meaning it's just going sideways, it's stuck in between the pre-market highs and the pre-market lows, I am going to sit on my hands. I do not want to impose my will on the market because the market will never, ever, funny enough, do this for you. Okay, if you impose your will on the market, it will quickly humble you. Number 2, is my trading criteria actually met? Not almost. It almost tapped that level and held up. It almost looked good. It was somewhat close. No, we need all of our criteria to meet. There's no exceptions. If you have, let's say, 3 reasons why you want to take a trade, and you only have 2 reasons that are actually valid, the last one's a big question mark, you do not take the trade. And lastly, am I size correct? In this market with high volatility, you have to trade smaller size. You need to have tight entries. You cannot trade a micro time frame. A 3-minute chart when the VIX is at 30 is basically useless. You have to trade smaller size, use higher time frames because the 3 minutes can have huge moves up and down to be very whipsawy versus the 10-minute is just going to look like one simple little candle. Also, you need to have tight risk. Any headline in any moment can send the stock the opposite way in high volatility. That's why there's volatility. You need to make sure you have tight risk with manual stops set in place. You do not just want to hope something goes to the high or hope your stop loss doesn't get hit. Everything needs to be as per system. You need things in place that protect you from you. A strategy will not account for the market conditions. A strategy will not account if you skip out any rules. A strategy will not account that the playbook has changed. But a system will. So I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like and all the different conditions that we use to take A+ setups. Let's hop over to the charts. So now let's look at a trade that we took this week. So we see AMD. AMD is above the previous day high, meaning that it is going to likely form an outside day. As long as that holds, it's going to look like that. The daily trend is going to be bullish. So the strategy says as long as we get over the pre-market high, we hold ADMA, we can take it long, right? But we just talked about how the market conditions are super important. So what we want to do is make sure that QQQ is also trending. If QQQ is not trending or not choppy bullish, if it's selling off, if it breaks this level and goes all the way down to the lows, AMD will not work. This is what I mean by the playbook changes with the market. Okay, if the market is bearish, we are going to take bearish setups. If the market is bullish, we are going to take bullish setups. So let's see how this played out. We can see we get a large move off of the open. This is a 10-minute chart, and we can see we're forming a nice, beautiful flag. But what I want to see, because the market's been so volatile, is a clear holding of the level. What do I mean by that? So it comes up and it holds and it bases and then breaks out to the highs. Okay. Another thing we're looking for is higher lows. Okay. Are the candles going higher and higher and higher? That is what we want to see. And we can see as this plays out, we get those higher lows and we then continue to rip to the highs. Now, the key here is these higher lows. Look, the wicks, the body of the candle is up and over the pre-market high. Nothing in the market is exact. And you can see this forms a beautiful flag. So what do? You don't slap the highs, okay? Because in this market, we've had a lot of failed breakouts. So you don't want to slap the highs because if this reverses on you and goes back to lows, you're going to be in a lot of pain. What you do is you see those little wicks coming off the bottom, you join those buyers. And also, QQQ is strong. We're not looking at a stock that is weak for the day. QQQ is absolutely ripping to the upside. We want to be in a stock that's also strong. What do? We just ride this thing out until we get stopped out. Okay, so we get stopped out there. Now, you could call it a day. All right, it's 11:20. You actually have to work for the day. Call it a day. Or you can buy the next ADMA tap here and roll some profits. But you made a sizable move. Notice, you did not take all of your trims at the highs. That is ridiculous, okay? If you're in a trending stock, your goal is to make 120%, not 11%. So you hold against the ADMA until eventually you get stopped out. That is how you do it. That is trading systematically. Trading based off a strategy would be enter here, exit here. It doesn't account, hey, the market's really strong today. If we keep trending to the upside, AMD has a lot of room, right? You could possibly see 215, 214. That is accounting for all of the market conditions. Additionally, you don't just skip the rules. All right, you enter the same way every time, no matter if it's bearish or bullish. If you get confused, you can just flip the chart upside down. Also, you have to know the market conditions that you are in. This is a squeeze day. QQQ made a large bounce. It's day 2 continuation from the previous day. So you have day 2 on SPY and QQQ, and a lot of these names are also going to follow the indices. So they're going to put in a day 2 move. You need to assess the market holistically. Don't worry though, it's not that complicated. If market is going up, play stocks that are going up. If the market is going down, play stocks that are going down. Now we're going to hop over and I'm going to show you the exact framework I use so you can approach trading systematically. So we just went through a real trade example using the LE model. The LE model is a system. It's a systematic approach of how I trade every single day. It is not a strategy. It validates conditions. This is the most important part. If SPY here is trending down, we are going to focus on the most bearish names. The best part about my system is it offers multiple clean entries. A lot of times traders, they'll miss this pre-market low retest. Okay, so the pre-market level, it's a dotted red line, and they'll be like, I missed it. And they think that there's no trade for the rest of the day. But here's the thing. A real breakdown will offer multiple entries. And you can see here is the second entry right here. So if you find yourself not being quick enough off of a level retest, well, apply the LE model, which is a system which offers multiple entries. A strategy only offers one simple, quick and easy entry. That's it. But what if you miss it? Are you going to really miss out on a historic day on shorting Tesla to the lows? No, you need a system that offers you multiple entries. And the last part is there is a clear exit on the system. Once you get up and over the ADMA, you are going to cut your runners. That is it. There's no guessing of, oh, what if it bounces all the way up here and then rejects? No, if you're over the ADMA, you cut the rest. The best part is the LE model works in volatile markets, choppy markets, you name it, it works because it's systematic. It ebbs and flows with every pitch that the market is giving us, whether that pitch is a fastball, curveball, war, everything that's going on in the markets right now, you get the idea. The LE model survives and thrives in volatility. I highly recommend that you watch this video a couple times and you check it out. And lastly, before I go, if anything like has clicked in this video, join the free Discord and I'll give you a free level script that's in the quick links section in the free Discord. Check it out down below. We have a great community. I mean, we've had a trader who was doing $20 scalps who now almost a week later is hitting $200, $300, $400, $500 scalps, all because I sent him a quick message like, hey, you really need to increase your size and stop messing around with these 10% scalps. Wait for the big trends and do your thing. If this sounds like something you're interested in, link down below. If you join, I'll give you the free level script. Enjoy your night.